Alright, so I just beat Halo Campaign Evolved on Legendary. I beat it on Legendary, the prequel missions and the old school missions. Prequel missions sucked. I'm not gonna say they suck because of the cutscenes being bad or anything like that, like how everyone's saying online. But the level design, everything behind all of that just wasn't good. They put you in open arenas, especially if you're playing on Legendary, where you will get insta-shotted, sniper jackal sniped, hunter blown up, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And Sergeant Johnson doesn't do anything to help you in these prequel missions. Sometimes he even just despawns. I haven't had that issue myself, but I've seen a lot of people posting about it online. Cutscenes, they're not very good, especially the prequel missions. Say whatever you want about the female ODST. She's a badly written character. I'm not going to get too deep into it because there's a big political discourse over this online. Politics isn't part of my channel, but I will say this. Yeah, a lot of these characters are badly written. What's up with those Marines that female ODST fucking has behind her? They're like lifeless. They don't even have like a facial expression. They don't say anything. All of that. She's a badly written character on top of that. The whole like, oh my god, I hate you because like you killed an ODST of mine sort of thing. I get like it's cringe, but it's like whatever. She's like there for like a mission. Anyways, fast forward to that. She has a heroic death. She decides to stay behind, even though she doesn't have to. And then that's it. That's the end of her and her crew. Then the space mission. It fucking sucks. The space mission sucks. It's not good. It's a piece of shit mission. It's bad. So yeah, it was boring. It felt like Long Night of Solace from Halo Reach. But it just sucked. It was like a worse version of that. It just wasn't good. And Long Night of Solace from Halo Reach already wasn't very good. And then that whole ending thing at the end, where they like revealed the Covenant ship. What was that Covenant city called in Halo 2? Oh yeah, High Charity. So that ship that we were researching and the prequel missions were just High Charity. Which, I mean, that's a cool plot twist. But you can tell the developers were just trying to hype us up for a sequel for this game, which was just going to be Halo 2. Anyways, we'll bring that up later, because I want to talk about the main campaign now. In terms of gameplay, the main campaign, the original, it was great. It was good. It wasn't as good as the later games like Halo 2 and 3, but, they got the job done. You know what? I take that back. Halo 1 was a great game. It was a great launch title. It's the reason why the Xbox as a console even got the boots, like the kickstart that it deserved. Halo was originally going to be a game that came out on Mac. So anyways, it doesn't matter. We're remaking a game that started Xbox, that kickstarted Xbox, that made the console what it is. So obviously, we gotta make it right? Well, it's just, to say the very least, just to be as generous as possible, it is a very mid game. It is very mid. It's just not... It doesn't live up to expectations. I said I wasn't going to buy this game, but a buddy of mine got me the game on release. I didn't get the pre-release shit because it was way too expensive. I think it was egregious to do that. But I'll say this. Even then, I would have felt ripped off buying this game even for $50. Just because I own the original on the original Xbox. I own Halo 1 Anniversary on Xbox 360. I own Halo the Master Chief Collection on Xbox One. And I own Halo the Master Chief Collection on PC. I bought this game 4 times already. And this would have been the 5th. and I played through it already, and I am just not impressed. In fact, a lot of the changes in this game just aren't really for the better. We got Halo Reach AI. We got bugged out checkpoints. We got voice acting that honestly sounds worse than the original. And the library, one of the missions that like everyone has been talking about, saying, "Oh, I'm so glad they changed it. I'm so glad they fixed it. Oh my god, it was so boring back then. It's so much better now." It's worse. It's fucking worse. It's just like some other YouTuber brought this up, but he said the library in the remake literally looks like it was a Halo Forge map. It was a Halo Infinite Forge map. That's literally what it looks like. And I kind of agree that the areas are a bit smaller. Then you go through like the connecting areas, which are just small hallways of glass walls connecting them. And the flood isn't even that hard to fight against. I mean, dude, I feel like I'm playing the fucking game on Heroic on the original. And then most of the time you can just sprint through enemies. So we get to like the ending part of the library, like the very last room, and it's just infinite spawning floods with like 2 tank forms you gotta fight. And from behind you, in front of you, to the side, left and right, you got all these infinite respawning floods fucking raping you left and right, up and down. And it's just like, why? The original library worked good because there was a rhythm. You could take cover in certain areas and take out the flood. You could do all sorts of shit like that. In this, it's like, you gotta kill the 2 combat forms or else we're gonna keep info-spawning fucking enemies on your ass until you're dead. You know, it's like that kind of shit. So, in like retrospect, it is just a boss fight. That's all it is. It's just a boss fight. So, like, yeah, I get it. But like, it was a very annoying part on Legendary, I'm not gonna be honest. It took me maybe like 10 to 15 minutes to get through. But the fact it took me that long when it's a part that after I figured out what was going on, because the game does give you like little red check markers, but I turned those off in the settings. I didn't know about this because I was like, oh, it makes the game too much easy. That's another thing. The invisible elites in some of the missions are like targeted with that, which doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to be afraid of these stealth elites coming up to you. You can't see them very well. The only indicator you got would be like a blur through the camouflage, and that's it. But in the remake, they got little pointers on top of them to tell you where they're at. At least when they're like almost dead, you know? At least most of the enemies. So back to the library with those 2 tank forms. I didn't know originally until I turned on the markers that, yeah, you were just supposed to kill those 2 tank forms. So I was going around like an idiot trying to kill all these flooded combat forms coming after me, realizing, oh no, they're infinitely respawning. This wasn't a thing on the original library. So they pulled a Call of Duty move and made infinite respawning enemies until you could push through the mission, which is so lazy. Anyways, after that was over with, we get to keys, which, you know, is pretty faithful to the original. I'll say this. The original had cutscenes in between segments, like going up the gravity lift in Truth and Reconciliation, like activating the bridge on the second mission, Halo, like dropping down from the Truth and Reconciliation on the mission Keys into that fucking puddle of slime, which, by the way, you can't even go underwater anymore because they fucking made it so you can't, and it's just knee-length fucking slime now. It was cool when you could go underwater by accident in those puddles, and then it would just like block out all the sound around you. Even on the mission, the Silent Cartographer, you could go out farther out and like fall in the water underground, go as far as you wanted, and you were just underwater. I know, like, the farther out you went, there was really nothing and you were just underwater, and then eventually you hit an invisible wall. But that invisible wall was, like, I don't know, like half a kilometer away from the island until you hit it. I remember doing that shit when I was, like, a kid. When I was, like, 6 or 7 years old playing this game on the original Xbox, doing that shit. You can't do that anymore. The game won't even let you fucking go out of bounds anymore. What is the point of even, like, having skulls in the game when you can't even do that? Because you'd think you'd want to go out of bounds and, you know, find skulls like you could in Halo 3 and Halo Reach, but no, it doesn't matter. You can't do that. And then, like, on top of that, like the last mission, the Maw. I remember looking down at the environment around me in the original Halo 1 and, like, looking around the Pillar of Autumn from that dropship, like crater area. You can't do that in the remake because they put an invisible wall there. What's the point? Let the players fucking fall off the map and die and make mistakes. Stop holding our hands. Stop putting markers around shit that we don't fucking need. Like, seriously, I'm being serious. This remake, as much as the Unreal Engine graphics look so nice and pretty, even though Unreal Engine has its own lighting issues, let's be honest, it's just a downgrade that you're paying like $80 if you want early access and $50 if you just want to play the game after it releases. And it's probably going to go on sale real soon. But really, you might as well just pay $40 for the original Halo 1 and all the other Halo games that came out after that with multiplayer included. Did I mention this? This game doesn't even have multiplayer. The original Halo 1 had multiplayer. It was an online multiplayer, but you could do LAN and split screen. And if you, like, didn't want to do that, if you were, like, that invested into it, you could hook up your Xbox to Xbox Connect back in the day and connect your LAN. You could do LAN tunneling through the internet and play online on the original Halo 1 even back then. I don't understand this whole thing with, oh, well, you know, it's just a campaign game and the original Halo 1. Because some people are defending this shit. Some people are saying, well, the original Halo 1 didn't even have online multiplayer anyway, so what's the big deal about that? You invited friends over to your house and you just played multiplayer. That was one of the big replayabilities of the game at the time. So, I don't know. It's sad. The state of Halo is sad. Being a Halo fan in 2026 it's torture. It's fucking torture. I'm gonna be honest. It's very sad. It's just a sad state. And, you know, my friend got me this game, and I appreciate him for it. Because I wanted to make a review about it. And I'm a big Halo fan. But I just didn't want to give Microsoft / Halo Studios my money. Because I knew they weren't gonna do it justice. They just weren't. And I was right. And now look at all the discourse on the internet about this game. Everyone was defending it before the game came out, saying, oh, stop being negative. It's not that big of a deal. They're going to make it good this time, trust me. To now, people just shitting on the game. Those same people. What's going on, big guy? Come on, Halo. What's going on? That's the end of the video. That's all I have to say about it. It's disappointing. I'm a huge Halo fan. I've been playing since I was 5 years old. I'm 25 now. 20 years. I've been playing this game for 20 years. Since my youth. And I've been through a lot of the releases. Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, you know, Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Master Chief Collection before that, you know, and Halo Infinite, the most recent one. I've been through a lot of these releases, other than Halo 2 and Halo 1, because I was too young to remember them. But Halo 3 to, like, Halo Reach was, like, the golden era, I think. Maybe, like, even Halo 2 to Halo Reach was, like, the golden era in terms of, like, multiplayer play. But it just, like, Even the campaign in these games was so good at one point. And it's not just nostalgia. Go back and play these games. Halo 2 and Halo 3 included. Those are some good campaigns. It just sucks, man. It just really sucks that this is the state of this game. And I hope. Well, no, I don't hope, but. No, you know what? I take that back. I hope this franchise dies after this. Because 343. Don't crucify me, sorry. I meant to say Halo Studios has had enough chances. Since 2011 when Halo 1 Anniversary came out, and then Halo 4 came out, and then everything after that. They've had enough chances. And this game is just not it. In fact, I would argue it's a ripoff. This game is straight up a ripoff. That's all I got to say about it. You can buy Halo the Master Chief Collection and get the same game with slightly lesser graphics, but in terms of gameplay and multiplayer and all sorts of shit, on top of like other games included on it, you can get it for cheaper than this. This game is not worth it, guys. Don't buy this. This game is a rip-off. It is. It's a rip-off. It's nostalgia bait. I'm tired of seeing people defending it, which a lot of people aren't. But you'll occasionally see a few people defending it online. All I'm saying is, what was the point of hyping this game up? I was right a month and a half, 2 months ago when I posted that video, and I got a whole fucking hate mob after me. Where are those people now? Oh, I don't know. They played the game, maybe. And they fucked off. So, good night, or good morning, or good day, whatever time it is over there, wherever you're watching this video. And yeah, take it easy. I'm really sad about the state of Halo. Thank you.